Kempire is brought to you by the Kempire After Dark live experience is kicking off 2025 with a bang. We're coming back to Washington, D.C. at Union Stage for another amazing show. If you enjoy hot topics, reality TV, and so much more, every single show is a different experience. If you haven't already, get your tickets now for our return to Washington, D.C. I know it's the inauguration week, but let us be the light at a very, well, maybe not so very, depending on who you ask, tunnel. All right. I'm excited to bring this live show experience back to the DMV area. More information on tickets will be available in the description. And New York City, you're up right after that. For Black History Month, we're bringing back the Kempire After Dark live experience to Green Room 42. And this is going to be a very special show as well. But don't forget, you will have access to a live stream option exclusively for this Kempire After Dark live experience here in New York City. We'll be posting links to all of the shows, and information will be available in the episode notes. And I look forward to meeting all of you in person. See you soon. You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Welcome back to the Kempire Channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. It is a Friday night, a freaky Friday the 13th night. Of course, it's been a while since we've given you a Diddy update. However, I keep telling you guys, they keep suppressing some of our Diddy stories. I am always keeping you up to date. I literally had breaking news while I was in London, and I gave you that update. It was like, I don't remember what time in the morning it was. All right. And it was the day of my show. OMG, I am dedicated. We went out to eat, came back, and I saw that there was a Jay-Z story. As you know, Jay-Z has been named in a lawsuit in regards to a 13-year-old girl. He came out and denied all of that. We're going to revisit some of that because Damon Dash had said a lot of damning things about Jay-Z over the years, doesn't see it for Jay-Z. He's speaking out in regards to this recent lawsuit. He's calling Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright oracles. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So we're going to talk about that. And I keep seeing lint on my sweater, which is fine. We have to talk about Will Smith denying the Diddy, the diddler. Okay. We're also going to be talking about Tasha K and Cardi B. We have a lot to get into. But first, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. This is a Diddy update. You know, here on the channel, we don't just talk about Housewives or Love and Marriage Huntsville like we did earlier today. But if you enjoyed that content, we've posted those recaps this week here on the channel since I've been back. It's been a busy week. But this is your pop culture segment, okay? We have a lot to cover in regards to that. But first, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming back to Washington, D.C. on January 24th, Friday, January 24th, 2025. Go get your tickets today. The premiere seating has already sold out. But there's still general admission, and there are meet and greet tickets still available. So if you want to meet me, take pictures, like we do all kinds of fun things when we do our meet and greet. So get your tickets today for that. I'll be at Union Stage January 24th, 2025. All right. Anyways, also New York City. We will be coming back to New York City while I live here, but we are bringing our Kempire After Dark live experience here in New York City again on February 21st for Black History Month. So we're going to have a whole ton of fun for that show. There is a live stream option for that. There's a separate ticket link for the live stream option, okay? So be sure to check out that in the description, all right? All right. Okay, y'all. Moonlight says that Jaguar Wright has been taking back her statements about Jay-Z, saying that she said nothing negative about him. Well, if you've been a fan of the channel, then you know what we've been saying about Jaguar. But okay. All right. I don't even know. I'm just going to call you Kim because I can't make out what your name is here. The drones are in South Florida too. So we were talking about the drones. Apparently there are drones that have been flying around New York and New Jersey the past few days. Apparently, the feds are saying it's just airplanes, but local officials here in New York City are demanding that the feds investigate what these drones might be flying over New York City. They're taking it a little too lax for us, okay? All right. Hey, Annie. Annie says, Yay, Kemp. I've been packing and going through all of my things all day. I'm moving from my studio to a one bedroom and finally relaxing. This is what I needed. Well, first of all, congratulations. I can only imagine what it feels like to move from a studio to a one bedroom where you're able to separate your life. I love it. I love it. So congratulations to you, Annie. All right. So where do I want to begin? Where do I want to begin? You know what? I will start off with Tasha K and Cardi B. As you know, Tasha K lost that lawsuit, the defamation lawsuit to Cardi B. Cardi B won nearly $4 million. But since then, Cardi B has been trying to get her money. Now, Cardi B has said to the bankruptcy judge that Tasha K is hiding money. She says that Tasha K is hiding money offshore in other countries, but yet she's still living this very lavish lifestyle on social media. So, look, part of me doesn't blame Cardi B for fighting for millions of dollars. But at the same time, I'm just like, oh God, like this has to be such a drag to kind of have to deal with all the damn time. But I guess she doesn't really deal with it all the damn time. She leaves that up to her attorneys. Okay. All right. So this is the update in regards to the saga that is Tasha K and Cardi B's ongoing battle. All right. Just when we thought that it was over after Cardi B won this groundbreaking judgment against Tasha K for saying all kinds of things about Cardi B, STDs, and things like that. Okay. So Complex writes this: Cardi isn't letting up on her stranglehold on Tasha K and is demanding that her bankruptcy claim be dismissed so that she can pay the rapper what she owes. So according to TMZ, Cardi's attorneys filed new documents in Florida bankruptcy court that stated that Tasha is lying regarding her bankruptcy claim and actually has the means to cover the $3.4 million debt to Cardi after losing the 2022 defamation case. Keep that in mind. 2022, she won that case. I can't believe 2 years of our life have gone that quickly. All right, so this is Cardi B at the recent Skims event. So they continue in regards to this. They said, Cardi filed a lawsuit against Tasha K, as you know, for defamation in 2019. 2019. For after the online personality shared various lies about the rapper on her platform. She says, so Tasha was ordered to pay Cardi the money, but she declared bankruptcy. We all kind of predicted that this was going to happen, stating that she didn't have anything to cover the bill. However, Cardi's legal team claimed that Tasha illegally transferred assets and income from her name into her husband's name and or his business. The document also claimed that Tasha has several offshore trust accounts in the Caribbean and Europe, including the country of Georgia. The blogger is also supposedly living a, quote, life in luxury with her husband while also living in a deluxe apartment in the sky. Sorry. The cost of $7,000 a month in rent. And she's flaunting expensive clothes, handbags, and jewelry on her social media pages, according to Cardi's attorneys. Here's the thing. When we went through Tasha K's her bankruptcy, and she listed all of her items, she didn't list a lot of luxury stuff. Again, I just wanted to point that out. Doesn't mean that it's true. She could be giving stuff off to family and friends, for all we know. So they continue to say, this isn't the only legal issue Cardi is facing these days. Earlier this week, she appeared on Instagram Live to address the prank incident with Child Protective Services when they visited her family in October. She says, you keep harassing me, and there are actual kids about there that are being... I guess she meant out there that are being abused. She said, none of my kids have ever got touched. None of my kids ever got a little pow-pow, a little whooping, a little nothing. None of that. She continues. She says, a month later, because I didn't give them my kids' information, now they want to fake come back to my house again, interview my kids, look at my kids. Why are you harassing me for my daughter's information? What does this have to do with anything? My daughter doesn't even have a social security because I don't want nobody knowing her name. She doesn't have a social security number? You can do that? I don't know anything about that. You can do that though? I thought that was like automatic. Is that new? Oh, okay, fine. All right. So, look, again, like I said, in regards to the Tasha K and Cardi stuff, I get it. She's fighting for over 3 point something million that she was awarded by the court. But I'm wondering, Cardi, despite the rumors of Cardi having financial troubles, which she has denied, I just don't know if it's worth it for Cardi. If it was you and I, we would fight for our millions of dollars, okay? But I can only imagine the amount of money that she's spending in order to fight and find the money. But I get it. For Cardi, it's about principle. But I'd much rather peace over my principles. Anyone else? It just feels draining at this point. But I also think Cardi's thinking to herself, if she just lets it go, then Tasha K automatically wins. Just saying. Oh, damn. The commander in chief says, don't let Trump hear that in regards to the no social security number. I don't know how that works. I think she's referring to her new baby, not Culture. Do we even know the new baby's name? I don't think so. Look, well, literally she says, my daughter doesn't even have a social security because I don't want nobody knowing her name. Is it that deep? Why don't we need to know her name? I mean, I'm okay with it if you choose not to know her name, but we know all the other kids' names. Okay, fine. So that's the latest update in regards to the Tasha K and Cardi B fiasco. According to Cardi B, she believes that Tasha K is hiding money. What do you believe? I believe it. I believe it. Well, thank you, Sharon. Sharon says you can opt not to have a Social Security for your child. Okay. So what happens when it comes time for the child wanting to work? That's when they would get a Social Security number? Okay. I don't know. Fine. Oral Ellis TV says, I think she just wants to stress Tasha out. It's stressing me out. Because I'm just like, why are we still 2 years later, more than 2 years, but 2 years after the judgment, why are we still dealing with this case? But I think Tasha also wants to stress Cardi out, meaning like she wants Cardi to be like, I give up. I can't with this anymore. Gwen says, rich people stuff, laughing out loud, but I don't blame her because Tasha K is so messy. But that hasn't stopped Tasha K. And this is what I was talking about in regards to Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright, if she was sued by a Jay-Z, it's not going to hurt her. This is a perfect example. Jaguar Wright has nothing to lose. So for those that keep saying, oh, why doesn't Jay-Z sue Jaguar Wright? Because she has nothing to lose. And if anything, if he sues her, it gives her even more notoriety. Well, since we're talking about Jay-Z, let me give you an update. So as you know, Jay-Z, while I was in London, there was a breaking story where he was named in this lawsuit with Diddy. All right, with Diddy. Okay, let me bring up my photos, okay? Because I purposely brought my photos here. So as you know, we have an update in regards to Diddy, but we'll get to Diddy in just a second. All right? So Jay-Z, as you know, came out, and I told you, I was like, whoa, I didn't expect him to come out so quickly and swiftly in regards to the accusations, but he did. And since then, there have been a lot of people breaking down what was said in the statement that Jay-Z released. And some people said, well, he didn't deny it. Some of the things that he said in it showed that he is kind of worried. Look, I don't know what we can make out of words. Again, we're assuming that Jay-Z actually wrote that as opposed to his publicist or legal representation. But we shall see how this will continue. Is this the beginning of the end? And I did see that Jay-Z's alleged love child has been speaking out. We're going to deal with facts right now. We're going to deal with facts and not the speculation, because has there ever been a DNA test to prove? Okay. Anyways, but one of the things that we didn't get to mention to you after we had that breaking story in regards to Jay-Z, breaking his silence in regards to Tony Busby being a shakedown attorney, fine. Well, one of the stories that came out this week was Jay-Z's lawyer claims that the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, pressured another woman to lie about Diddy. So US Today says this: Jay-Z has gone on the offensive against the attorney whose client anonymously accused the media mogul of SAing her in 2000 when she was just 13 years old. So in a Tuesday letter addressed to the judge overseeing the case, Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, cast doubt on the credibility of Tony Busby's Houston-based law firm by claiming that Busby and his associates had previously pressured a client to include Sean Diddy Combs in their allegations. Okay? Combs, who's in jail awaiting trial in his federal crimes and racketeering case, has maintained his innocence amid more than 24 mounting civil lawsuits over the past year. So Mari Henderson, an associate at Spiro's law firm, Quinn Emanuel, blah, 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 filed a declaration stating that on Monday, she spoke on the phone with a female adult resident of the state of Texas who alleged having negative experiences with Busby's law firm. The woman, who did not wish for her name to be publicized due to fear of retaliation, allegedly told Henderson that despite describing her experience as a victim of trafficking by celebrities entirely unrelated to Mr. Combs or Mr. Carter, Busby had, quote, pressed for a connection to Mr. Combs. So as you may recall, after Jay-Z released his own statement in regards to a response to the lawsuit, Tony Busby basically says that Jay-Z and his cohorts are lying, saying that the victim wanted a mediation, and we all said to ourselves, so she wanted a mediation, so she didn't want money. So Tony Busby wants us to believe that this victim didn't want money. That was not what she requested. She requested a mediation. This is what he claims. But we also found out after Jay-Z spoke out that he also, and this is from Jay-Z's attorneys, he was the high-profile celebrity that was suing Tony Busby for basically extortion. Okay? So they continue to say the unnamed woman, according to Henderson, allegedly described feeling, quote, directed and coached by Mr. Busby's firm to say that someone held her down and put drugs in her mouth when that was not her experience. She felt forced to lie. Per Henderson, the woman said that she was dropped as a client when she refused to change her story. Spiro, Jay-Z's attorney, says his claim is further evidence in support of Mr. Carter's right to thoroughly investigate, test, and respond to the spurious allegations that have been leveled against him, and supports Jay-Z's request for Busby's client, who sued him, to identify herself. So, in a statement to US Today on Tuesday, Busby says this allegation is patently ridiculous and has no support. If someone calls our intake group and had a viable case that we believe has merit and we can pursue, we will pursue it. We are currently pursuing hundreds of cases against individuals and entities other than P. Diddy. What we won't do is pursue a case that we don't believe has merit. He then continued, without telling us the woman's name, we can't speak specifically to what she told the intake folks to even tell you what this woman claimed if and when she called. They don't reveal the woman's name because the whole thing is a farce, according to Tony Busby. Okay? I also want to address the conversation that's been had in regards to Jay-Z showing up at the Lion King Mufasa movie premiere supporting his daughter who is in the movie. And I said to you, look, I'm here for covering anything that's legitimate that comes out, but we have to remember these red carpets, Blue Ivy was a part of this movie. We knew about this a very long time ago. To me, it doesn't land the same. I think Jay-Z was going to show up on the red carpet, but a lot of people are saying, no, this is just a farce. This is just Jay-Z trying to change the narrative, okay? So a lot of people did not fall for Jay-Z and the family photo. But I still don't understand why Mama Tina liked the story about Jay-Z. I didn't understand that, but I wouldn't be surprised the fact that they're standing next to each other in this photo. That might be a little bit more calculated. Beyonce and Jay-Z, they look fairly happy. Okay. And then there were a lot of comments about Blue Ivy and what she had on because she's 12 years old. I think she looks fine. There are a lot of folks. Look, it's not like she's on the pole. Okay. Look, I don't get it. Everyone has an opinion. Here we are. Okay. But Jay-Z did mention in his statement the reason why he was speaking out because of his wife and because of his family and because he has a daughter that he will have to answer to in regards to these allegations. So this is another reason why people felt like him showing up at the premiere of his daughter's movie was weird. Fine. I don't think so. Okay. Stephanie says Miss Tina was hacked. Okay. See, you see how I twerk on the fence? 1 minute you think I'm here, the next minute you think I'm here. Was Miss Tina hacked? Is that what she said? Fine. Look, fine. If that's what you want to believe, okay? So that's the update in regards to Jay-Z and what's going on with Jay-Z's situation, okay? If you missed the breaking story with all the details where I go over Jay-Z's statement, that is a separate video here on our YouTube channel. For those that are watching on TikTok, head on over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe there because TikTok's about to be deleted. But I'm on Lemon 8, whatever that is. That's the new TikTok that's owned by TikTok. Go follow me there on Lemon 8 at the Kempire. You can see how excited I am. I'm also on Blue Sky. All these damn apps. Okay. Oh, but we're not done with Jay-Z. Damon Dash, as you know, the part owner of Rockefeller Records, helped launch Jay-Z's career. He's had a lot of things over the years to say about Jay-Z. He's had a fall from grace himself. Well, in a new interview, he's talking about the recent allegations against Jay-Z. Okay? Take a listen to what Dame Dash had to say. Okay?
What's happening? Well, let's get into it. What do you think about the Jay allegations that came out? Well, I can say this. You know, I've been looking at the news, and a couple of weeks ago I saw that, you know, that attorney had got sued for extortion, and I saw the lawyers that were on the case, and I saw that Alex Shapiro, or whatever his name is. So I was like, damn, homie might be jammed up or be a part of that. But I didn't think too much of it. I was definitely surprised at the long statement because, you know, I've been to court with homeboy and he doesn't say anything. He never responds. He has his lawyer speak. So I know that it must bother him because he actually said something in the length of the statement, you know. And it was funny because Honor Up just came out the night before and I'm hearing words like honor in the statement. But again, you know, for me, I have nothing to do with it. And I'm trying to like look at it objectively like everyone else is. So for me, it's like, of course, people are going to be like in the bots, the stupid ass bots and people that are just like, I don't know, but they're going to be, oh, he's talking about him again. But right now, the whole world is talking about him every day, all day. So then it made me think about being famous and how dangerous that is because they're really, you know, they're doing the same thing that happened with Puff as far as the way the algorithm is. To me, it's worse. And they're scrutinizing every single thing from the last 20, 30 years. Every lyric. I've been sensed up. They take the statement and put it in AI. I'm seeing Forbes flip. It's like, it's just, people could love you one day, but they just love to really hate you so much more. And that was a person that I was like, he can't do no wrong. I know because, you know, for some reason, every single thing I say is considered smart except when it comes to him. I'm smart about everything but that. So I'm like, I mean, all right. And I'm not saying, because again, I have no idea what happened there. And I'm hoping everything is I would prefer that no one got hurt, to be honest. But I didn't think that they would flip on him like that. And it's crazy. And then I'm like, yo, how does TikTok And all the
Pause. Who flipped on him? I hate when people speak on things without really being. If you're going to speak on something, say it. Say it with your whole chest. But I do see how people want to call, Damon Dash a hater. He's hated on Jay-Z for a very long time. But we have to talk about him speaking out in regards to this, because I'm sure he knows a lot of stuff that we don't know. But who exactly turned on Jay-Z? Just asking.
these people that, like they say, sound crazy, like Cat Williams is looking like, because not to say things are true, but he said things would be exposed. So he's really looking like a fortune teller. And like Jaguar and all that, like, regardless, it's like, why are the people that are looked at to be imbalanced saying these things and then they're actually happening? Like, how is TikTok, pause, how is TikTok, like, I'm looking at TikTok and it's like, yo, they've been prepping this moment for the last 6 months. TikTok has been literally saying that this was going to happen, and then it happened. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, are these people that are looked at as imbalanced, are they really like prophets? And when I say prophet, because again, I can't know that what they're saying is true, but what they said was going to happen as far as exposure and people being accused of allegations, it's all been 100. They always said Homeboy was next. A week ago, I did an interview, and and they asked me about, like, what do you think about them saying Jay's next? And I'm like, I don't really care, But of course, as a human being, I'm like, damn, I wonder what's going to happen.
Look, I think Dame Dash, when he speaks about Jay-Z, he's prepared for everyone's just calling him a hater. He's been a hater, whatever. Mackenzie says, I think he's saying the media and fans flipped on Jay-Z, and he didn't expect the media and fans to flip on Jay-Z. Some speculate the only reason Jay-Z is even with Beyonce is because it makes him more likable. Maybe. Maybe not. Kat says that he said that Jaguar is the new Cleo. Well, Cleo wasn't real psychic, so that could mean a bunch of different things. Okay? Yes, Shay. As we speak, this is what we have: breaking news. Jay-Z and his attorney have released another statement in regards to Tony Busby. So I want to read that to you guys. Let me just pull it up here as well. So give me 1 second. And if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are giving you all kinds of updates all the time here on the channel, even when I am not around, okay? Or when I'm not in the country, I should say. All right. So did it go through? Oh, no, it didn't. Hold on. Let me just bring this. I want to bring this statement up, y'all. Let me just bring this statement. Wait, no. Let me bring this statement up. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let me just share with you what they are saying right now. Okay, Okay, hold on. All right. So Jay-Z posted on his Instagram account another statement. Okay, we already read the previous statement. If you missed that, that was a few days ago when Jay-Z spoke out in regards to this lawsuit against him. So he says this: today's investigative report proves this, quote, attorney, the shade in quotes, Busby filed a false complaint against me in the pursuit of money and fame. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. He says this was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Sean Carter. So Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z's attorney, also released a statement saying this. Alex Spiro we saw on where did we see him? We saw him on TMZ when Beyonce and Jay-Z issued that warning, not a demand letter, not a cease and desist. All right. So he was crunk on TMZ, letting them know like they need to retract their statement. So this is what Alex Spiro said, Jay-Z and Beyonce's attorney, who's been covering this situation. He says, It is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting, but it would make things worse by further peddling this false story in the press. We are asking the court to dismiss this frivolous case today and will take up the matter of additional discipline for Mr. Busby and all the lawyers that filed the complaint. Okay. All right. So this is Jay-Z and his attorney basically saying they want this case dismissed. They want Jay-Z removed from this lawsuit. Remember, this original lawsuit was filed back in October and it didn't name Jay-Z. It said another high-profile celebrity, and they also claimed that a female celebrity watched this incident happen to this 13-year-old girl. All right. So that was some breaking news. We didn't even know that. But shout out to those of you that keep us updated in the live chat. We appreciate you guys. If you're just joining us, we are giving you a Diddy update, a Jay-Z update, Cardi B update. There's just a lot of things going on. Including Jay-Z. But before we get to Jay-Z, Will Smith wants to make it clear he ain't a part of none of this. Which makes me wonder, is he named in a lawsuit coming up? All right. Let me just give you an update in regards to Will Smith. Not Will. Leave Will alone. He's been through enough. Has he? Okay. So our friends over at People Magazine say that Will Smith made rare comments about Sean Diddy Combs while on stage, denying any connection to the music mogul's alleged crimes. The Oscar winner who released a sidebar. You know what I thought to myself? Because that incident happened the same night that, the slap heard around the world, we forget that Will Smith is an Oscar winner. It's his own fault. It's his own fault. But we forget because that night is so overshadowed by him slapping Chris Rock. We forget. All right. So the Oscar winner who released a new song called Tantrum performed at the Observatory North Bank Theater in San Diego on Thursday, December 12th. Videos shared on TikTok and obtained by TMZ show Smith addressing the crowd between songs, speaking about memes, and linking him to Combs. Well, sir, I mean, I know, look, everyone has a photo with Diddy, okay? Everybody's got a photo with Diddy, all right? He said, the world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, I've been seeing y'all's memes and stuff. Some of that stuff's funny. I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have ish to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. You can stop all that BS. I ain't been nowhere near that man. Sir, wait. I mean, you can't say that. I've found multiple photos of you guys together. I'm not saying that he's involved, y'all, but I'm just saying, okay, maybe he wants to be a little bit more clear about what he means. He says, I ain't been nowhere near that man, ain't did none of that stupid ish. Smith, 56, who's been previously photographed with Combs at industry events over the years, said from the stage, so whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie.
The lie.
Did you guys really look? I think at this particular point, and I've said this, if you come to the Kempire After Dark live experience, I've said this before. At this particular point, you say anything about Diddy, people are going to believe it. So I don't blame. A lot of celebrities have been very quiet in regards to the Diddy of it all, but more and more celebrities are speaking out. I saw that Jamie Foxx, you remember they were reporting that Jamie Foxx blamed Diddy during his Netflix special, only for us to see the Netflix special, and that was not true, saying that he left the parties early. Okay, Jamie. What about the naked basketball? Never mind. Okay, come on. Cavi says, the nasty little couple that does nasty things. That's still my favorite quote, too. In regards to Jay-Z and Beyonce from Jaguar. Okay. So he says, so whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. All right, look. All right, fine, Will. Okay, let me give you your update on Diddy. So Diddy, as you know, has tried to attempt to get out of jail multiple times, 3 times. He was denied every single time. Okay. They believe that Sean Diddy Combs, who is facing federal charges, Damian Williams, you know, the head attorney over at the Southern District of New York, today was his last day. He resigned. Okay, before you start thinking that it's related to Diddy, it's not. It's related to Trump coming in and, you know, they're switching things around. So that is the reason why Damian Williams has resigned from his position at the Southern District of New York. Well, the Southern District of New York believes that Diddy is a danger to society. They believe that he will come out, if he is released, that he will tamper with potential witnesses, threaten victims. But I honestly believe Diddy can do that from inside the jail. Because word on the street, those inmates are like, Diddy's the daddy. Diddy's having the best time, allegedly, over there at the Brooklyn Detention Center. But of course, he much rather have all of the best time at his house, okay? So Diddy will remain in jail. But like I said, I don't think that's going to change anything. Diddy still has influence and power on the outside. Well, Diddy has decided to give up. Diddy is not going to try yet again to get out of jail. I mean, at this particular point, it's fine, okay? So our friends over at Billboard say that Sean Diddy Combs has dropped his appeal to be released on bail, according to court documents filed on Friday the 13th. The voluntary dismissal means the hip-hop mogul will remain behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn until the start of his trial in May 5th, to be exact. So Cinco de Mayo, you'll be watching this from a bar. Mr. Combs does not seek to appeal the district court's denial of his renewed motion and hereby moves to voluntarily dismiss the appeal, reads the court for the document filed by his attorneys. The filing comes more than 2 weeks after a Manhattan federal judge turned down Combs' request to be released on bail ahead of trial, arguing there was, quote, compelling evidence of Combs' propensity for violence, as well as evidence that he poses a serious risk of witness tampering. Combs' lawyers have argued that the hip-hop mogul could be released on a $50 million bond and be confined to house arrest with, quote, near total restrictions. In response, prosecutors alleged that Combs had been attempting to subvert the integrity of the case from jail and that he would continue to do so if released. They said he's been breaking all the Bureau of Prison rules since he got into jail. Using apps he's not supposed to be using. Grindr? No. No. Apps to communicate on the outside. Using other inmates' PAC numbers. You're not supposed to do that. Among other arguments against Combs' release, the judge in the case cited evidence that the rapper had, quote, initiated and had unexplained communication with a witness who had been called to testify before the grand jury and had likely violated prison rules since his September indictment. Okay? Combs is charged, as you know, with running a wide-ranging criminal enterprise with the goal of satisfying his need for sexual gratification. Allegations include Combs held, quote, freak-off parties during which he and other participants would lace victims drinks and things like that and coerce them into having sex. Combs' trial is currently slated to begin on May 5th. I wonder if they actually will stick with that timeline. I wonder. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. We shall see. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. This is your Diddy, Jay-Z, Cardi B, Will Smith update this week. Don't forget, you can hear an audio version of our live recaps, live reports, and special episodes on the Kempire Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the Kempire Podcast on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. While you're there, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating. And as always, if you enjoy content like this with a little more sauce and a little bit more explicitity, that's not even a word. I just made that up. But if you like us to really give you that tea, come to one of our live shows. We're coming back to Washington, D.C. on January 24th, Friday, January 24th. Get your tickets today. And then we're returning to New York City for Black History Month on Friday, February 21st. Get your tickets for that show. There is also a separate link for those that are outside of the New York City tri-state area and you would like to still see the show and experience the show. So get your tickets today for that. More information on the Kempire After Dark live experience will be available in the description. All right. I see a lot of people saying that they believe that Donald Trump will pardon Diddy. Well, first, Diddy has to be convicted. So he still has to go through the trial. All right. I want to say thank you because we did get a couple of super chats as well. Thank you guys so much for supporting. You don't have to send super chats, but we appreciate them. Shout out to those of you that send in Cash App, Venmos, PayPal. We appreciate that. Shout out to those of you that request me on Cameo. If you want a personal message, all that information is available in the description. Okay? All right. Shanice, thank you so much for being a member and for the super chat. Shanice says, did you see the NBC article about Jay-Z's victim possibly recanting? Oh, and we have drones in the DMV too. Damn. Look, damn. I didn't. You know what? Let me pull that up because this is part of the reason why Jay-Z and his attorney released the statement. But let me pull that up so that we can give you the full story. Hold on. Let me pull that up. Oh, where is it? Is this it right here? Hold on, y'all. All right, since this is live, I'm not going to. I'll put. Either way, the update was that this is why Jay-Z and his attorney are basically saying that Tony Busby's case has no legal standing, and that he intentionally filed a case where he knew he had no legal standing, and that was not true and completely false. So that's why they released the statement. Thank you, Shanice, for the super chat. We appreciate the support. Fatty Back Soup, thank you for the super chat. They say, is the money going to Tasha K's baby hair treatments? Okay, but thank you for the super chat. Drea, thank you so much for the super chat. Kemper, I'll be at your New York show. I'm in Brooklyn. I hope so. Why didn't you come to the last two? This would be my third one. No, it's fine. I know. I get it. People are busy. People have other things to do. But now you have a heads up. Go get your tickets today for the Kempire After Dark New York City show happening on Friday, February 21st. There's also a live stream link because a lot of you have been asking. Luckily, this particular venue, Green Room 42, does make it possible for our international and for those of you that can't make it to New York, that information is available in the description. Thank you, Drea. I'll see you then. All right. Hold on. All right. Hold on. CV says, the article was crazy. Her dad said that he don't remember driving her back home from Radio City to Rochester, New York. Well. Okay. Oh, Jocelyn says, come back to Nashville in 2025. I had a good time in Nashville, too. Oh, okay. Drea says, I was traveling for work the last two times you were in New York. Okay. All right. Excuses. No, I'm playing. I will see you not next month, the month after next. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Oh, Allison says, I bet no one else will come for Jay. I don't know about that, but we shall wait and see. Kat says Remy Ma is somewhere hitting the air. If you missed it, guys, we also did a story yesterday about Remy Ma and Papoose and their online fighting. Papoose basically confirmed what the streets had been saying, that Remy Ma was cheating with that young man that she manages. Okay? Miss Kendra says her father or her pimp. Lord. Okay. Sexy Nessa. Okay, Sexy Nessa. She says, girl made mistake on the case and Jay-Z doesn't mean anything. Okay. Danielle. Danielle says, people have been coming for Jay-Z for years. Well, have they filed lawsuits? Look, Jay-Z's not innocent. Let's not pretend like we haven't seen or heard accusations about Jay-Z also for years in regards to his relationship with women, in regards to his being physical with women. There's literally video footage. So Jay-Z's not innocent. Has he cleaned up his life since then? I mean, it would appear that way. It would definitely appear that way. Speaking of Jay-Z, because there were some people saying after the lawsuit that came out with Jay-Z that they should remove Jay-Z from being a part of the Super Bowl halftime show. Let me just pull up what the head of the NFL said, okay? So our friends over at Barstool Sports, okay, KSPN, loading, okay. So NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell addressed the essay allegations brought against rapper Jay-Z, whose company, Roc Nation, produces a Super Bowl halftime show. Goodell, there we go, said Wednesday that the league's partnership with the rapper and Roc Nation is, quote, not changing. 3 days after Jay-Z was accused of essaying a teenage girl alongside Sean Diddy Combs in 2000. He says, we're aware of the civil allegation and Jay-Z's really strong response to that, Goodell said during a press conference on Wednesday. He says, we know that obviously litigation is happening now, but from our standpoint, our relationship is not changing with them, including our preparation for the next Super Bowl. And the next Super Bowl halftime show is going to be Kendrick Lamar. So, I mean, look, they're standing by their guy. Okay? All right. Fine. I mean, look, if we want to stand by the notion that people are innocent until proven guilty, I mean, that makes complete sense. Right? It makes complete sense. Why would they remove him, especially if this particular case doesn't have any real grounds for removing him? Exactly. FHS says these are allegations, not a conviction. If he was convicted, and again, it wouldn't be conviction because this is a civil lawsuit. Miranda says he's definitely ain't innocent, but he did commit this crime. They're accusing him. But did he commit this crime they're accusing him of is the important part. Well, according to Jay-Z in his initial statement and now this new statement, basically they're saying that Tony Busby, the attorney representing 120 Diddy victims or alleged victims or accusers, they're saying that he has been trying to extort them. Okay, Williams says NFL investigations do be thorough, though. Oh, you think they're investigating him? Okay, now let's talk sports again. Diddy says because in sports, they usually remove you even if you're not guilty. They don't want the bad press. Well, we shall see. I think if there's another lawsuit, that's when they might more than likely decide to remove Jay-Z. But we shall see. We're going to continue to follow this story. Ardna says they've normalized being with young girls with these grown men. He's going to do damage control by buying everybody out. Okay? Allison says, I'm sick of Busby. Well, look. Do I think that in some of the allegations there is some truth? Yes. Do I think that some attorneys will do anything and everything because forcing some of these celebrities' hands? Because remember, Tony Busby initially said that some of these high-profile celebrities were already settling with victims. Again, keep in mind, he could be just saying that to force the hand of other people that he's negotiating with. And we didn't even know that Jay-Z, a lot of people have speculated, I think Jay-Z's next. We didn't even know that Jay-Z had been in communication for months with Tony Busby, reportedly. So, and that's why Jay-Z decided to file the lawsuit anonymously, his initial lawsuit against Tony Busby for basically extorting him or trying to extort him to force him to settle because of these accusations. And because Jay-Z decided not to settle, that's when they updated that October lawsuit that included Diddy and other unnamed celebrities. He decided to put Jay-Z's name on it. It makes me also wonder who's the female celebrity and has she settled and that's why she wasn't named, or maybe she's in the middle of fighting this. And maybe with Jay-Z coming out, she's going to speak out or file her own lawsuit. FAH says, trust, Jay-Z's guilty of something. We just don't know what. Oh, do you know something? Look, do you know something? All right. Oral Ellis TV says they're not even hitting up Gloria Allred and Lisa Bloom anymore. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're literally representing, I don't know, both. No, I think both of them, because I believe Lisa Bloom, I can't remember. One of them are representing, or was representing, I can't remember, Dawn Richard. But they're representing other Diddy victims too. So they're still involved. They're still involved. Miranda says that Busby is a slime ball. It's giving that. It's definitely giving that. Moonlight says, I honestly want to know what Beyonce thinks and feels about this. Of course, these allegations are before her, but I'm just wondering, are they all just before her? I'm just saying, asking real questions. You will never hear from Beyonce in regards to this. You'll only hear from her attorney when necessary. William says they are billionaire celebrities. That's why Busby's going after them. Look, remember, if his clients settle and he forces these celebrities, because a lot of these celebrities will settle because they don't even want this information out there. Because now you see just the fact that Jay-Z has been named in this lawsuit, people automatically believe that Jay-Z, I knew it. I know Jay-Z did it. And this is part of the reason why there are a lot of celebrities that do not even want their name out there, because even if it's not true, when it's out there, it's sort of like a stain that won't go away. This is why some people will settle. But here's the problem with settling. What makes us think that that's the only person that's going to sue you? It could be someone else next. And do I think it's always a one-off? It's one victim? No, it's probably, if you really did what this accuser is accusing people of, or accusers are accusing these people of, means that there are probably plenty of other accusers. Maybe. Just saying. All right. Funky says Beyonce is not speaking out. She never acknowledged her own father's shenanigans. Right? Remember that? And we know that those shenanigans, okay, I won't say all of them were true, but there's a whole baby. Well, he's not even a baby anymore. He's a grown. Has Matthew Knowles seen that child? Like, come on. Like, Matthew Knowles was a Rolling Stone. Beyonce was making him all kinds of money. Like, I think he's back on the straight and narrow. And when I say straight and narrow, I mean that he's in a good place with Beyonce. But when he was at the top, making all that Destiny's Child money and Beyonce money, Matthew Knowles was a mess. But he seems to be in a better place. Is he talking to the child that he created with the woman that he cheated on Tina with, though? I know Beyonce hasn't met the sibling, allegedly. I mean, would you? I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that. I mean, that is a blood relative. But would you meet the person? I mean, the child didn't do anything. Look, the child didn't do anything. That's your brother. Is it a boy? That's your brother, Beyonce. He didn't choose to be in this world. I wonder if Beyonce will ever meet the child. How old is the child now? Come on, let me Google Schmoogle, and then I'm getting out of here because it's a Friday night. It's Friday the 13th. Let me Google Schmoogle this. Hold on. I wonder if it even comes up on Matthew Knowles' Wikipedia. Please hold. I'll tell you. Hold on. Children. Nope. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm going to pull this up. His, okay, for lack of a better word, y'all, bastard child is not even on his Wikipedia, and he has a full-on child. Wait, really? Look, really? The child is not even on his Wikipedia, y'all. Why is the child not on his Wikipedia? Matthew Knowles probably said never, ever. The child's not on the Wikipedia. Can you imagine what that child feels like now because of it? Look. Come on. Matthew Knowles. That's one T. That always annoyed me about him. Hold on. Okay, this Wikipedia is real old then, because look, grandchild, Daniel Jules J. Smith Jr. He's got multiple grandchildren. Now. Where's Blue Ivy? Matthew, get on this. You need to update your Wikipedia. Damn, Matthew Knowles is 6'4"? Oh, okay. Okay. This Poodle Pom Pom says, you can edit Wikipedia. Yeah, somebody needs to edit and update it. With all the grandchildren, his other kid. Oh. Okay. Okay, but I mean, the fact that his other grandchildren aren't listed here says to me somebody needs to go and update the paperwork. Sabrina says, you repeating he's not even on the Wikipedia is making me laugh so hard. Well, apparently, look. Funky says, updated Kempire. No, I don't even know the bastard child. No, sorry. I don't even know the child's name. Beyonce probably doesn't either. Oh, damn. I didn't mean to put that one. Demi says, come on, Camp. Who's updating Matthew's page? Matthew, Matthew Knowles updates all the stuff when it comes to, like, he is the point person for Destiny's Child. Anything Destiny's Child is Matthew Knowles. So I'm really surprised that Matthew Knowles' Wikipedia is not up to date. Doesn't have his child out of wedlock. Doesn't have his other kids. He doesn't have Blue Ivy on there. Doesn't have the twins. He's got 3 other babies. Let me look at Beyonce's. Because the Beyonce's will say her siblings. Hold on. Please hold. I'm sure that's up to date. She's a Virgo. I am sure that is up to date. Shut up. Hold on. Please hold. Okay, it doesn't list her siblings. Beyonce, come on now. It doesn't list her siblings. Let me go into the Wikipedia. Please hold. Her Wikipedia is long. Beyonce has lived, mother. No, the mother has lived. Look. Okay, hold on. Please hold. Parents, fine. Look, relative. Damn, they even got Angela Beyonce, her cousin, listed under relatives. Come on. What about the baby out of wedlock? Okay. What about the baby? They got relatives. Mind you, she got more relatives than this. But they got Solange's sister for relatives, Angela Beyonce cousin. That's like a sister to her. But they don't have the child out of wedlock. Please hold. Let me go back to Matthew Knowles. Let me look at his. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I got an update for you guys. Look, I got it. What are we doing? Is this what we're doing on a Friday night? I'm going to need us to get a life. Okay? But I'm here for it because we don't have a life. So we're going to do this together. Matthew Knowles. Wait. Okay, Wikipedia. I know y'all struggling. Y'all asking for money. Fine. This is a struggle bus right now, this update, okay? Because what is going on with the update over here? Like, this is not consistent. I might have to update this tonight, y'all. I'm going to update this sucker tonight, okay? Let me pull this up. Please hold. Okay, so this is what I found on Matthew Knowles' Wikipedia when you go into the search, into actual Wikipedia, all right? You know what? Lisa says no illegitimates are allowed on her page. You know what? Get out of here. Get out of here. Leave her alone. Leave the baby alone. Okay? Moonlight says because we don't have a life. Okay. All right. So Matthew Knowles. Oh, he's born in Alabama. Anyways, focus. So they say under children, 4, including Beyonce and Solange Knowles. Still no mention. 4 children? Wait, did he have another kid? Because isn't he married again? Hold on, let me look. Spouses. Yes, he's married again. So did he have another baby with Gina? I'm confused. I'm not a Beehive stan. Can y'all update me? Did he end up having a kid with Gina? Look. Did he have a kid with Gina? He's been married for over 10 years to this other woman. But this woman, Gina, is not the other woman, right? No, she wasn't the other woman. Because the other woman has the kid. Shut up. Come on. I can't keep. Look, I don't remember this tea. I can't remember. Look, can someone update me? I need to know. Hold on. Now we Googling schmoogling. Please hold. Because I need to get to the bottom of this so I can update his Wikipedia. Okay? Please hold. I can't believe I don't remember any of this stuff. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Don't let me go on Reddit. Look, don't let me go on Reddit. Matthew Knowles has wiped the internet. AI overview on Google says no information about Matthew Knowles cheating has been found. Really? Look, really? Did he wipe the internet? Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Look, no. I found the information. Oh, and a picture. Oh, how did this turn into Matthew Knowles? All about Matthew Knowles. Hold on. I found the picture, though, y'all. Please hold. Virgo Sun says, please hold, laughing. We will be here. Yeah, please don't leave. Hold on. Let me show you the photo. Oh, whoa. Oh, look at, oh my gosh. This is Beyonce's brother. I have to say the baby looks more like the mom than Matthew Knowles, and some might say, thank you, God. Poor thing. Hold on. Let me read the story. Okay, hold on. So this article is from the New York Post, and this was from last year. Okay, and it's titled, My Son is Beyonce's Half-Brother and Wonders Why She Doesn't Love Him. Damn. I remember this article. The boy just wants to be, B-Y-E, loved. While his big sister's buzzing around the globe on her Renaissance World Tour, Beyonce's 13-year-old half-brother, 13, who spent his formative years living in a trailer with his not a trailer, with his mom, Alexandra Wright. So that's not who, we already knew this. Matthew Knowles is married to someone else. Questions why the Why Don't You Love Me singer won't show him any affection, claims the teen's mother. Also, ain't no gonna come to you, Alexandra. You're the reason. He asked, why doesn't that person love me? Wright, who's 52, who lives in California, told the son of her son, Nixon, who she shares with Beyonce's father and ex-manager Matthew Knowles, who's 71. Blame your mother. Sorry. Nixon has never had the luxury of being a normal child, Wright, an LA-based businesswoman continued. Being related to someone famous smothers kids like him, and they lose their identity. Ma'am, we didn't even know the name. We didn't know your name. You're not on Wikipedia. No one knows. Look, no one knows. Some people don't even care. Representative for Beyonce did not immediately respond to the Post request for comment. Wright, a former public relations representative for Microsoft, met Knowles in Seattle, Washington, while brokering a business deal for Beyonce in 2007. He said, I'm going to stay in Seattle until you agreed to have a drink with me, recalled Wright. And he stayed for 2 or 3 weeks until finally I said, fine. Mind you, he was married at the time. Soon after becoming acquainted, the pair embarked on an affair amid Knowles' 31-year marriage to Beyonce's mother, Tina. Throughout their nearly 2-year relationship, 2 years, Wright says that she didn't feel guilty for sleeping with a married man. You know what? Really? She did not feel guilty, okay? The home record did not feel guilty. I'm going to read it again for you. Throughout their nearly 2-year relationship, Wright says she didn't feel guilty for sleeping with a married man. She says, I was not conflicted about the situation because his marriage was not a functioning marriage. I don't think he told his family about me, said Wright, admitting that she mistook Knowles' persistent advances for true love. She says it was a complex situation and the family structure had been fractured for a long time. Wright became pregnant with Nixon in May of 2019. He was born on February 2010, and on March of 2010, DNA tests proved that Knowles was in fact the boy's father. She said that she ended her relationship with Knowles just before the music mogul who masterminded 90s girls group Destiny Child was fired as his powerhouse daughter's manager in early 2011. Wright claimed that the father-daughter duo's professional parting of ways occurred after a financial audit prompted accusations of misappropriated funds against Knowles. We had joint credit cards and bank accounts, and after the audit started, he just cut them off, she said. And I left him, and he didn't ever expect me to make that choice. I ended it because I'm better than that. Look, wait, let me reread this. So wait. She says we had joint credit cards and bank accounts, and after the audit started, Beyonce's audit of him, he just cut them off. So I guess because Beyonce didn't know about this other woman at the time. She says, I left him and he didn't ever expect me to make that choice. A years-long $250,000 child support dispute left Wright bankrupt and without a roof over her head. Knowles does not pay Wright child support and has never met Nixon. What in the Sherry Shepherd is going on? Okay, let me find someone else. What in the Paris Hilton's husband is going on? Y'all probably didn't even know about that, did you? However, I will say, in defense of Sherry Shepherd, she does pay child support for that child. She does pay child support that she never met. But that's a complicated situation. We can't get into that tonight. I'm not going to Google schmoogle and explain that situation to you. That will be for another night. Right now, we're talking about Matthew Knowles and how he has a 13-year-old son. That's not on his Wikipedia. Not on his Wikipedia. And apparently not in his real life. You have a 13-year-old son in your real life, but not in your life. Oh, wait, y'all don't know about Paris Hilton's husband and how he has a whole child that he doesn't acknowledge, but now he has 2 kids with Paris? Okay. Fine. But I didn't realize that Matthew Knowles has nothing to do with his son Nixon. This live took a turn. Didn't expect that. Okay, but no, let me reread it to you because I think we're all learning something new tonight. Or maybe we just forgot. I'm not going to forget this now. We're bonding. So so they had a years-long $250,000 child support dispute, which left Wright, the other woman. Honestly, I'm looking at you with side eye, Miss Wright. Left her bankrupt and without a roof over her head. Matthew Knowles, does not pay Wright child support and has never met Nixon. How did he get away with not paying child support? I hope Nixon sues you. Oh, damn. For back child support. Wow. Though the help of a homeless charity, she and the tot temporarily resided in a 2-bedroom mobile home before ultimately moving in with a friend in Moesha Coast. What in the crossover? Shar Jackson is her friend? And she moved in with Shar Jackson and all her children? Come on. While homeless, Wright claimed that she was also forced to hide her identity for fear of receiving death threats for diehard Beyonce buffs. The Beehive. Knowles and his wife officially divorced in November of 2011. And Wright says that Beyonce makes a thinly veiled reference to her parents' tumultuous split in 2014 revenge anthem, Ring Off. If you listen to Ring Off, it's the story, said Wright, suggesting that the Diddy lyrics eerily reflect the damage she likely caused to Tina and Matthew Knowles' marriage. So now I'm not surprised that Beyonce doesn't have a connection with Nixon because his own father doesn't have a connection with him. But I wonder if he doesn't have that connection in order to maintain a relationship with Beyonce. That's so strange to me. Like, you have a whole child and you don't have any relationship with that child. Huh. I don't know if I could look at you as a father and respect you. She says, it's not for me, but I know the timing, said Wright. I was inside. On the track featured on the 32-time Grammy winner's Beyonce album, Queen Bee commends her embattled mother for leaving a toxic marriage, singing in part, "You had enough and you took that ring off. So tired of the lies and trying, fighting, crying." Wright says that the song makes her weep. Girl, I'm looking at this other woman with such a side eye right now, but I'm also looking at Matthew Knowles with a side eye. She says, when I listen to it, I have goosebumps and tears. It makes me cry for them because everyone is in pain and there has been so much sadness. Someone on my TikTok, Newbie QT Cafe says she don't have an NDA. No, because she won nothing in her battle for child support. She doesn't get child support from Matthew Knowles, and she has a whole kid by Matthew Knowles. How did he win that? How do you not get child support? Unless the kid is not his. The kid don't look like him, as you can see if you're watching this on YouTube. She moves strange, though. There's something very strange about this woman. Her heartache for B pales in comparison to the agonizing pity she feels for Nixon, who's hopelessly estranged from his break my soul booming big sister. Beyonce's a billionaire and just bought the most expensive house in California, 10 miles from where we live, said Wright, of the $200 million, 40,000 square foot Malibu estate the icon purchased with husband Jay-Z for their family of 5 in May. But no, there has not been any contact, Wright says. I mean, if Matthew Knowles is not contacting you, why would Beyonce? That's not her baby. And you basically broke up her parents' marriage. And you had no feelings about that. Wright's woes over Nixon's alienation from Beyonce follows claims that Jay-Z, too, refuses to acknowledge a purported son, Ramir Satterwhite, who's in the news. It all comes back around, okay? Who's 30, who he allegedly fathered in 1992. But in the case of her boy, Wright believes that he was inevitably form a bond with B online. I think that they will find a way to open up and have that conversation, she said, pointing to popular social media platforms as a possible space for connecting. They have Snapchat and all that. Oh, she's strange. Her wishful thinking for sibling solidarity aside, Wright admittedly struggles to shield Nixon from the reality that his honorable half-sister is of the affluent haves while he's one of the less unfortunate have-nots. Wow. This is taking a turn, y'all. This is taking a turn. She says, I tell him fame does not equal happiness, so never covet what someone else has. However, she concedes that it's difficult for the boy to ignore the stark contrast between his meager indulgences, such as a cherished $300 Nintendo Switch game system and the opulent luxuries enjoyed by his niece. Not by his niece, Blue Ivy. I can't right now. I forgot. When you tie things together, his niece is 2 years younger than him. Okay. OMG. Oh my gosh. So yeah, who was gifted a $64,000 diamond-encrusted Barbie for her first birthday. It's hard to see people living as billionaires, continued Wright, CEO of Global Collective. At the dawn of 2023, she purchased a 5-bedroom Los Angeles abode for herself and Nixon. Well, I'm happy for them. She says, what does that kid think when I'm working 16-hour days and trying to get accounts paid? How does it feel? Nixon also contends with the pangs of being publicly recognized as the irreplaceable Chateau's relative, but privately disconnected from the living legend, per her mom. Don't nobody know that's Beyonce's brother? We had to Google and dig and search in order to even remind us who the kid was. Sorry, kid. Just saying. So people will ask him straight up at school, are you the brother? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm sure, because this woman seems messy. I'm sure his name is Nixon Knowles, isn't it? It's Nixon Knowles, isn't it? I mean, rightfully so. I'm assuming they did a DNA test. I think we mentioned that here. Whatever they can Google, they will ask him directly. She lamented of the youth's nosy classmates. Even the grown-ups will take pictures of him. It's hard for him to comprehend. He's a quiet kid and very reserved. I feel for the kid. He can't help that his mother is his mother, okay? And when it comes to his celebrated sis, the concerned mom isn't looking for a monetary handout, just love for Nixon. He says, I think Beyonce's a lovely person and she has never done anything to harm me. I don't want anything from them. I just want my son to be free and to have a happy life. Heh. And this took a turn. This took a turn that I did not think that we were going to go down, but here we are. I wish them a happy life. I wish Nixon a happy life. I don't know what I wish for Miss Wright. But all right. But all right. I mean, he can't help this. Look, I'm not going to put this on Beyonce at the end of the day. This was her father's choice. I find it interesting that she talks so much more about Beyonce and not about the father figure that her son is missing and him not being in her life, being in Nixon's life. He's never met his son. Like, how do you have a whole child, and you've never met them? Paris, do you ask your husband that? I don't know if he's ever met the child. Has he never met the child? I can't remember. I just know he's not in the child's life. I don't know if that's changed, but that would make me give you the side eye. I would not be having kids with you. I wonder how Sherry Shepherd feels. But look, the Sherry Shepherd situation's a little different. Okay, that's when her husband, they were going through the whole process. Like, that child is not even related to Sherry Shepherd. Like, it's not her egg. Is it his sperm? I can't even remember. But he's raising the child, and Sherry Shepherd's paying for the child. Diddy says, Kemp, this happens all the time. I know it happens all the time, but this man is a millionaire. Anyways, I don't know how we ended up on Matthew Knowles' Wikipedia. And then we went down the rabbit hole of him not being around his 13, well, now probably 14-year-old son. Lisa says Paris Knowles. You know what? It's not on Paris, but Paris, I don't know how you're with a man that has made those types of choices. And you just had 2 babies with him. Fabiana says the ex-husband of Sherry was a jerk. He was terrible. But Sherry Shepherd is paying child support for a child she's never met, and will continue to do so until that child is 18. How old is that child? Anyways, that's a whole other situation. Like, look. On that note, we had a couple of super chats, and I want to say thank you, guys. Don't forget, you can just support the channel just by liking the video. This is your Diddy, Jay-Z, and apparently Matthew Knowles and Beyonce update. We also talked about Cardi B and all of that as well. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie says, day nine of pneumonia. I didn't know you had pneumonia. Julie, you've been here. You didn't tell us you had pneumonia. Did I miss that? She says, I'm dying. I hope you feel better. Ooh, that's serious. She says, heart you and all a good night. Or love you all. Thank you so much. Feel better, Julie. Ooh. Take care of yourselves. You know, for those that were here with me earlier, I did get my ginger shots. We have ginger shots here in the States. I didn't make them. I bought them from Whole Foods. Don't forgive me. Mr. Mellon Magic, thank you so much for the super chat. Mr. Mellon says he had 2 babies on Tina. One side chick said Beyonce should support them financially because they were living in a trailer park. This was pre-COVID. This is the woman. They were the ones living in the trailer park. But apparently he does have 4 children. I don't know who. Okay, are we going to really, like, how am I? Who's the 4th kid? I need to know who the 4th kid. I'm sorry. Please hold. I need to know. Let's see what Google Schmoogle. Okay, hold on. Please hold. Okay, listen up, y'all. Okay. So, of course, Beyonce, he had back in 1981, September 4th. Then he had Solange 5 years later. I didn't know there was such an age gap between Solange and Beyonce. All right. She was born in 1986. Nixon, who we were just reporting on, was born in 2010 to Alexandra Wright. In 2010, OMG. In 2010, he had another baby. He had 2 babies in 2010, and he was married to Tina. That baby's name is Coy Michael Knowles. We are learning a lot tonight. And we're learning that Matthew Knowles is trash. I wonder if he has anything. Okay, let me see. Does he have anything to do with Coy? Coy Michael Knowles. And yes, Nixon has Knowles' last name. So this is why people are Googling and schmoogling him. OMG. So he had 2. Ew, Matthew Knowles, you disgusting. So you had this one baby. You know, you had 2 babies in the same year, months apart, one in February, one in July. Ew, so Alexandra thought you were the only one girl, and he was sleeping with someone else. Raw dog. Ew. Okay, let me see something. Oh, I forgot about. Oh, I do remember this little girl, Coy. Okay, hold on. What? Let me see. Let me see if I can figure out her story. Okay. Okay, hold on. They said Matthew Knowles has 4 children. Daughters Beyonce in Salon with ex-wife Tina Knowles, son Nixon Alexander Knowles, with his first ex. That's not an ex-girlfriend, okay? Alexandra Wright and daughter Coy Michael Knowles. Wait a minute. That is a situation. That is crazy. Like, that's really? Right now? Sorry, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Like, we are learning a lot tonight about Matthew Knowles, and disgusting. Farrah says he was wrong dogging it with 3. Train Remain says, justice for those kids. They don't deserve mistreatment because he's trash. So maybe it's best that he's not in their lives. I don't know if he's in the lives of Coy, but he's definitely not in the lives of Nixon. That is something else. Wow. I was wondering when I saw on his Wikipedia 4 children, I was like, I know he had a side baby, but he had 2 side babies in 2010. And no wonder Tina decided to leave him. After 31 years of marriage, do you think that was the first time that he cheated? It's possible, because you have to remember, like, he was quite successful, but like middle class successful. And then he represented the biggest girl group of all time, and it gave him access to money, fame, notoriety, and apparently a lot of different women. So you remember all the rumors and stories of what was going on with Matthew Knowles, which was part of the reason why him and Beyonce had allegedly a falling out for years, and they reunited a few years later. I don't know how long they didn't speak, but yeah. Wait, hold on. You guys got some details. Coy's mom isn't talking to the blogs yet. Look, yet. So, but I just don't understand how he's not paying for one of the kids. I don't know if he's paying for Coy at all. Moonlight says Matthew probably had more women than just the 2. Yeah, he just happened to have babies with these 2. Exactly. Ariana says he must have gotten cocky with his cheating. Oh, yeah. Tia says, don't forget about the gospel group Trinity 57. Yeah, he was quite successful as a music mogul. Of course, Destiny's Child was the biggest thing, and then Beyonce. So it looked like he was just spending up the money and doing whatever he wanted. Wow. Exactly. Kari says more money, more success, and more kitty. Fabiana says, no, I think he was keeping it on the low till Alexandra got pregnant. And then this other woman got pregnant. He had 2 babies, 2 side babies, but 2 side babies in 2010. And according to at least one of the baby's mamas, he has never met his son, Nixon. I don't know if he's met Coy, but Coy is also 13 years old. Well, at this particular point, 14. Really? Right, Thelma says, I just saw pictures of Coy. She's very cute. She is cute. I can't believe I forgot. I completely forgot about this story. Funky says, Coy's mother knows how to be quiet. Remember, Farrah said that Matthew was hitting on her. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Wasn't Matthew hitting on one of Beyonce's dancers or more than hitting on her, allegedly? I remember those rumors. Exactly. They're hood twins, Nixon and Coy. That's what they call hood twins, where the babies are born in months apart and they have the same father or mother. Allison says he cheated on Tina throughout their marriage. It's very possible, but I also think that because of the success and the access to the vajayjay, he really did it. I wouldn't be surprised if he was faithful the majority of their marriage, and then with the success of Destiny's Child, that's where he was tempted and cheated. Wow. So that's your Diddy update. It was a Diddy update, but it was also a lot of other things in between. If you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video. Be sure to share your thoughts on everything that we covered in this. And don't forget, you can hear an audio version of our live recaps and stories and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. Subscribe today. And don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to Washington, D.C. on January 24th. That's Friday, January 24th. And then returning to New York City on February 21st. Friday, February 21st. There is a live stream option. There's a separate link for that. More information on the Kempire After Dark live experience will be available in the description with everything else. All right. Moonlight says, child, that was a Matthew deep dive. It was, right? Marissa says, in the voice of Nene, the ghetto. Definitely. DGF says the husband is not too different from her father in regards to Jay-Z. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa says, thank you for your magnificent updates. I didn't expect it to take this turn, Lisa. Mary says, Koi's mama took the hush money and kept her mouth shut. Wow. Kat says, Richard Lawson, Tina's recent ex-husband, looks like a saint next to Matthew. Sheesh. Look. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you all being here. I hope you are all doing well. I'm going to go watch this disgustingness that's called Diddy and apparently Matthew Knowles off of me. All right. As always, be sure to like this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And shout out to those of you watching on TikTok, on Facebook as well. Make sure you guys follow us on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook there. And follow us on Blue Sky, at the Kempire and Blue Sky. And I'm on Lemon 8. Go follow me there as well. All right. Yes. Go. For those that are just joining us, go watch from the beginning. We had a lot. I did not expect to be live for an hour and a half, but here we are. Don't forget to like the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much to our King's Guards and our channel members and our subscribers and those of you watching in the bushes. We appreciate you guys as well. And Jasmine, thank you so much for the super chat. Jasmine says, what in the Jay-Z is going on? Doesn't Jay-Z have a child from the early 2000s he doesn't see? 1992, apparently. And that child recently spoke out. We don't know if there was ever a DNA test, though. I don't think there was ever a DNA test, so we don't know. Okay? We don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Again, thank you to all of you that support the channel any way that you can. Don't forget to keep telling a friend to tell a friend about what we are doing here on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Blue Sky, on Instagram, all the places, okay? Until we have our own daytime talk show, this is where we will be, okay? Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Podcast. As always, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for everything Kempire Radio, head on over to KempireRadio.com.